Welcome back to a Titanovix Deck Tech video. This is Commander Lessons Episode 2, and today we're going to be talking about Stax pieces. So, a good entree into this, I think, is through the Commander Maria, the Scholar of Antiquity. She is a one colorless, one red, one green. Tap and untap non-token artifact control, add green. Tap 2 untap non-token artifacts control, exile top card of your library. May play this turn. So I've like put out some more like high powered commander decks in paper. Basically, this commander like has the ability to do things to artifacts that typically aren't done to them, and kind of get those benefits from them, and have your opponents reap the negative aspects of that. For instance, think of a card like Winter Orb, where you can basically tap that down at the end of your opponent's turns before your turn starts, and then your all your permanents would untap normally. Whereas when that is untapped, your opponents can only tap, I believe, like one or two permanents or one land permanent at a time. So we don't actually have that card on Arena at the moment, but something did get printed recently, and that was the Winter Moon. And this is kind of like a interesting one where it's gonna basically have all our opponents' non-basic lands. They won't be able to untap more than one non-basic land during their untap steps. Now, what makes Samaria so great is that she can actually utilize these artifacts for mana, and we might have like non-basic lands. We're gonna play them so that we can like cast our commander and cast our spells, but what we're gonna be able to gain on our opponents is that we're gonna be able to tap our artifacts for mana, and they're not, right? So we're gonna have that advantage to us. So that's a kind of a nice stacks piece for us just to start. Additionally, think of a card like Blood Moon, right? It's fine if our lands turn into mountains, because once again, all our artifacts tap for green, and you can see that here. So we still get that big chunk of our color pie. This card is really good with Maria, and really really kind of shuts other people down, to be honest. What other some interesting cards that came out of this newer sets, like a card like Vexing Bauble? I can imagine that like Maria got like a lot more stock in this last set, because she got a lot of like, they shored up a lot of those kind of zero costed spells that maybe she might have been like susceptible to be before this, along like Trinisphere, like for instance, where artifact spells cost like 3 de facto. Basically, with Maria, you can null those effects by like, you could sacrifice this on your turn and like go into a Underworld Breach combo, where you had this kind of up, and then now you're ready to spew your combo. You could do that. Same thing with Trinisphere. You could held Trinisphere up for God knows who long, and then when you're ready to unload the combo, you can tap it down and start casting your spells regularly. So yeah, overall really interesting. This is another interesting one, like Halloween Mine, where usually if this is just untapped, then everyone will draw an additional card. However, when this is on the battlefield and you have Maria, and you can tap it down, then you would only be the one to reap the benefit of that extra card. Basically, you would untap during your untap phase, and then you would draw the additional card. So it's very, very fantastic. Yeah, additionally, there's like these other ones that we're just going to try out. Like, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Why not? Let's just try it out. Like, we're going to be netting mana from it anyways, right? We can produce an abundance of mana with Maria. And then Manglehorn. Excuse me. Also a really nasty one, right? When Manglehorn enters the battlefield, so we already get to destroy an artifact, so that's nice. And then artifacts your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. There you go. Just another stacks piece. Because it's that basically their artifact scepters are tapped, and that could definitely hold them back. Here's this one: non-artifact spells cost 1 more to cast. So there you go. And then God Pharaoh Statue is like one of the ultimate ones, right? Where spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. And then Immortal Sun, even that too, like where players can activate Planeswalker's loyalty ability. And then it's just ultimate, right? Because we get to like our cost reduction, and we draw an additional card. My favorite card to like kind of explore this with is like the Aetherflux Reservoir. I feel Landfall is kind of a good thing to co-op it with, because we're like playing the lands off of our top of our deck and getting into more of our spells, right? And we can kind of keep that train going with Maria too. She can keep exiling cards off that we might not need, by tapping these artifacts down that aren't being useful in a regular way. I also have just kind of like my bread and butter things I like with Mary. I like the double strikers like Lizard Blades and Phyrexian Dragon Engine with these swords. I think those are very good. The swords are very good here. Additionally, like I love like the the one costed artifact spells like Beamtown Beatstick and Diamond Pickaxe. We have Priam Blade and the Goldvine Pick. Those are just some interesting ones where we can kind of buff up our commander a little bit and get a little bit of treasure off of it. Have that kind of treasure synergy. Otherwise, the ways we can play off the top of our deck for the Aether Flux Reservoir is like the case of the Locked Hothouse. Experimental Frenzy is another card that can do that. These are like reality chip type effects that help us play spells, not just lands off the top of our deck. So, I mean, then we have a pretty typical like acceleration thing, and I think I'll talk about acceleration in the next video. And maybe just do this video where we're going to kind of explain like what I do with green and how I like to accelerate with green. And I really fell in love with this card too, Pest Infestation. I think it's a good mana sink for Maria, and can definitely build a little bit of a board up, and also like take care of some of your artifacts and enchantments on your opponent's board that are problematic. Additionally, we can find some really sweet lands. For instance, with the Urza's Cave, we can go ahead and find like the Mycosynth Garden, or we can find the Shifting Woodland. These would be great for finding the Aether Flux Reservoir, or even copying it now for the turn with, say, a Shifting Woodland, and then we can just go off from there and win the game. So I have really cool interactions here, and I'm really excited to show you guys how it works. So this is a completely untested deck, and I am familiar with the I'm familiar with this commander, so I'm pretty comfortable playing Maria. So we'll see how it goes. I suppose I could have put like a little more mana fixing, like a Fabled Passage in there, and like Wooded Foothills. So that could probably be the next step after this match. Just add those in. Alright, we go first with, it's a hand, of course. It is a hand. I don't hate it. Let's keep it. I think what we'll do is get this out, because we don't have either of those available. Okay. Have them deal with the Cobra here. I think they might have an answer already for it. I like to get Myriad down usually like first and foremost. Kind of leads into these other spells really nicely. Okay, a little spooky there. Kind of feels like maybe something here. I think we still want to run out Maria though. Okay, there's a stick there. So sure. What to do next? Yeah, I think we do have just enough treasure synergy too. Like the Facebreaker looked pretty good right there, like with our kind of the action that we had. So kind of a spooky card over there. I think there is pretty much just a couple plays here. I mean, we're making a pretty good amount of mana here. You're gonna have to deal with my board, that's for certain. Should they go right to Atraxa? I could proliferate my Bankbuster. Guess so. Oh, so I can get right into the henge. That's kind of nice. Let's go ahead and do this. Surely they don't want to trade there, do they? We could crack this. Nice. They'll have to deal with my henge. I could draw a lot of cards still. Like I feel pretty good. We'll see. Got the board, got the henge, so feeling pretty good. Warren collects. That's a hell of a card. Let's see what I got here. Prime Blade, huh? Let's go ahead. Draw a card. Blood Moon. Oh shit. I gotta get a hold of that Blood Moon, bro. Alright, I'm gonna get the Bankbuster back here. And they didn't like that. I don't know. I guess so. Whatever. The Bankbuster is the death. The death of me. No, not to the Bankbuster. I do want to I think, let's see. I think we at least want to Wooded Foothills. God, Fable Passage is pretty good with our landfall too, so yeah, let's go ahead and get that sucker. And we still like green mana. Okay. Do we get to show off any Stax pieces there? Well, we didn't have Blood Moon, but you could see how Blood Moon would be absolutely devastating there for them. They'd be so screwed. They had all the white mana, blue mana, black mana. You know, none of them were basics, so they would have been. I don't think they were. I'll watch it back, but I think they would have been pretty bad off. Really bad, guys. Nissa, oh no, she scares me. Nissa is a very admirable commander, right? I have a good hand though. I got the new flare here. Pretty gas, huh, guys? Let's see what you got, Nissa. You got a mana dork, turn one? Probably. Mulligany. Just a tap land, huh? Oh, there's the juice. I can't believe I could flare right now. I don't think I want to though. Oh my god, this card is so cracked, huh? Ah, Nissa. Um. Well, let's see if we can live through the next turn. I don't think they're gonna interact with my stuff. Like, I'm not interacting with them, right? So, yeah, let's hope they don't have like a. Okay, I faded a double like a fetch land there, so that's good. That's very scary. Oh God, what are you doing? Oh, they have a flare. Oh, interesting. But they do that after? Okay. A bramble familiar. Very well. Okay. Okay, okay. Sure. Trades? Nah. They have so many basics, so I might hold them back a little bit though. I gotta get some artifacts down before I do this. Okay. This doesn't really matter what I put this. It's just going to be a mountain anyways, but I'll just put green for now. And now I have... This is free. Basically, this becomes free. Let's just tap this for colorless. If you go right into Blood Moon. Well, let's just do this. And let's get rid of Shatter Skull. Just kind of free. Oh fuck. Well, I'm learning the new cards. My bad, guys. You can turn off the video if you want to now. I ran in my own spell. Oh no. My life is over, and it's terrible. I do love this card, but yeah, I just countered my own flare, so that was really bad. Oh shit. Okay, we're learning. It's okay. Oh, bro, this is nasty. I'm getting temporary dumpstered here. Oh god. Really, it's just the sword that I care about right now. This one. Alright. Well, they have lots of elves, right? Does this count as a cast? No, they just put. Well, I tried, guys. I tried it. I don't know if it would have mattered if my flare worked or not, but... Oh, that's a Primeval Titan. Well, opponent has, like, all the good cards. I mean... I guess this is one of those, like, Alivu cards in Commander. That's the thing about Commander. What's really weird, guys, is, like there's like not really a lot of consistency between like these formats. So like I swear I think I was gonna go to get Primeval Titan like in real life, like to, you know, buy it in paper, and then I guess it's like a no. Like I was wondering like in the LGS if people would be like, yo, why are you playing that card? Like that's totally banned. Like, you know, because it's been banned. So but it's fine. You know, I usually just kind of, in my guys, when I play in my games, I kind of steer away from like these cards because I just feel like there's like kind of a stigma already with them, you know. So I really like Vorinclex though. I feel like that's a really good addition. Kind of gives you kind of some longevity. So that's a very good card, of course. I don't know if it's for our deck. We don't have too many big baddies in the deck. We're kind of lower to the ground. But I liked what the what opponent did there. They kind of got their flare going pretty fast. They got their value out of their half lane, you know, pretty quickly. So I think they played that fairly well. Okay, now we have the Blood Moon. Like, you know, we're not really getting any value from our synthesizer here, which is unfortunate. But this really kind of gives us a good spot, right? I'd say like it's just semi-decent for us. Okay, that's a much better like turn one for us, no doubt. Now we can synthesize into turn two, and if we get a land, we just get to play the land for value and not feel too bad about it. But we're getting into like kind of heli Q. Emery ain't like the you know, ain't the easiest. That's very good. I'm surprised they didn't. Did they not have Emery mana last turn to play the Emery? Was this tapped? I'm not sure. Oh, they played the Iron Crag and then they said go. Okay, Surge Engine, and now to Emery, of course. Okay, Emery will mill what? Manifold Key. Okay, let's go ahead and get our girl down. Have Boseiju available. Am I scared of anything yet? Okay, next turn we can get their Blood Moon down, I think, and kind of go from there. Could even Frogify. That's terrible for us. I've been encountering this evil spell lately. So I can't activate this. What I can do is... I mean, honestly though, like, Blood Moon doesn't look too bad if I can get, like, my hothouse down first. Alright, the plan is to Boseiju the Frogify and then get down like my stuff. I think I have enough mana to do everything. I have like basically 7 mana or so. And they are stuck on lands, so they may scoop after the Blood Moon. I don't know. We'll see. I think I did that on end step, so... Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna go like this. Go ahead and do this. definitely want the cards, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I can do everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Now you have to hold down like full control on this, or your Howling Mine you won't be able to tap it. It'll just go right into the end step. No attacks. Wait, see, it didn't let me make the stop, so I can tap this down for mana. So I got an extra card out of that. It's just a fucked up thing. Like, I don't know if it's this. I have to click one of these, stop on my main, stop on the upkeep. One of these, so you have to put a stop down for this, or they just got a card for like no reason. Like that would never happen in paper. It's like I'm just gonna be tapping that down immediately. But it didn't even let me have like the priority to do so. They have plenty of basics too, so maybe like Blood Moon doesn't really matter for them. Ah, that's annoying. The Pyrite Spell Bomb. I really need to kill that Emery. Huh. This Psy is annoying too, though. Yeah, the Emery at least stops that from like coming back another turn early. I mean, they're gonna use it anyways, right? I'm gonna put this on the Lodestone Golem. Actually, let me put on the... Well, they have Thopters, so yeah. Emery is a tough one. Tough cookie to play against, huh? I'm surprised they're not gonna spellbomb me now. Just surprised. Spellbomb something that I have on the battlefield. Kind of makes sense. Alright, opponent, what do you think? They have plenty of life. Okay, going for some mana. What does this one do? Okay, attacking in. I wouldn't mind like a Spiteful Banditry at this point. It'd be very good for me. Got a couple looks here. defense grid. We gotta get Maria back down, of course. Can copy my Howling Mine. That might be pretty nice, actually. Oh, I can't. That's okay. Let's start getting into my reserves here, kind of tapping things down, looking around. Can send in the Ornithopter too, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, the Great Henge. That's a nice one. Kind of frees me up to kill their fool over here too, with Roxy. I'm almost at the hothouse too. That'll be very nice. I don't think we're going to be able to lose anytime soon. That's a very good card. So now all my spells cost 2 more to cast. Okay, they're swinging in with their Surge Engine. Vexing Bauble. Okay. Let's start here with this dude. Play our Urza Cave. We can also get that Shifting Woodland too. That'd be kind of nice. Alright, let's tap, let's keep the train going, see what else we got going on here. I have plenty of meteors and mana. Just land, so we're just getting through the lands. So I solved the case. Ooh, I can play from the top of my deck now. That's very cool. Maybe if they put the Iron Crag on their Surge Engine, they could probably do starting to do some damage to me. Some pretty big damage. There's also, what is the card? I think like their win count is the Parallax Inhibitor or some bullcrap like that. It's basically a Paradox Engine. Yeah, that's the one. And this puts a clock on me. I mean, it's very scary, right? Oh, there's the juice. There's the Aetherflux Reservoir. Okay, we want to definitely get this down. And this is going to hurt them a little bit. Now, what can I play from the top? Creature and enchantment spells. Okay. Tap these down. That's a creature. They're so expensive, though. Surely I have enough mana to play this Mesmeric Orb, right? Oh, it's not a creature or enchantment spell, of course. What can I do with this guy again? Some sort of hasty boy. Okay. I can play the Fable. That's pretty good too, right? I think so. I can still attack in with these guys. I don't know if the Mary attack is very good, but definitely want to gain the life from the Fable. Oh, I can still do this? Of course. Where's the untapped artifact I have? I don't know. It says I can do this. I have no idea what it's talking about, so whatever. Is this an artifact? That's a treasure. Oh, I see. Well done, opponent. Well done. Free block. I haven't really played too much against Emery, to be honest, guys, so it's kind of a learning curve for me. I don't know why this is lighting up. It's kind of annoying me. I have a treasure here. I don't know. I have no idea. They're going to need the Paradox Engine to win. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I can gain a lot of life and maybe not blunder anymore. I need like a pest infestation. That'd be really good. Well, they should definitely use the bomb, right, to do this, because they're staxing me out. Good game. Okay. Oh, okay, they give up. Sure. Well, I mean, the goblin guy is kind of interesting, but I don't know how useful it is. It's like Goblin Engineer, so much more better, so much high quality, you know? But, I mean, we're doing our best here in the brawl setting, right? Sure. Pretty good start. So typically, like the opponent will play plenty of removal. So what I can do, I can go 2-1 here to 2. I mean, that's an option I can do, and then just basically take a massive hit. Not a massive one, but I mean that's something that you could think about if you want to play around stuff. I mean, this manner I could basically go Maria, and I could even go Aetherflux Reservoir if I wanted to get that down as well. We got the Veil here. So basically, I mean, looks like the Aetherflux Reservoir is the most mana efficient thing to do here. Oop, or maybe I can't. Oh, I had the Utopia Sprout. Okay, so I can do this. This is the most mana efficient thing. Ooh, reanimate. Yikes. The Elysian is very good with a Corsair, so I'm actually hoping they would take out Mary at this point, because I could go Dryad and I could just basically like spew lands from my top of my library, which would be very good for me. Yep, like a Bone Shards, exactly. Yep, that's fine. Yep. They gonna do more? More of like Bone Splinter type effects? Oh, it looks like they're gonna do something. Ocelot. So they make a treasure, huh? And a okay. Oh, I don't know if they gain life that turn. Oh no, I milled the Elysian. Oh no, into a crappy ass elf. This isn't the worst. So, well, we get to. That's a good mill. The Phyrexian Dragon Engine. That's just gas in the tank. Let's go fetch up a red source. Oh god, I've just been really good just milling all the cards I need, right? Well, we got the reservoir in hand. I just need like a way to start storming off with it. Really, like the only card I'm really like terrified of in this pile. Ha! This comes right back. Well, they got the Ocelot action, huh? Just popping with that. Ah, there's the Frenzy. Okay, I really need that card, so let's go ahead and go get that thing real quick. Well, I need to get the reservoir down before that, so it looks like I'm going to lose it. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. That is a complete disaster. Can I draw? I can draw with this though, right? Let's do that. Opponent. Thank you, opponent. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm optimistic if I could just survive one more turn, because I basically have all the tools I need. Well, I'm going to mill the Oracle, unfortunately, but I do have the Frenzy and the Reservoir, so I can basically have a pretty good turn. It'd be really nice to get like Myriad of 4 power, like through one of our little artifacts that grant us like +1/+1. Then we can just start gaining like an abundance of life. I'm just kind of afraid of like a Moonshaker Cavalry at this point. And what does this do exactly? Okay. I might just take this because it says when it dies, right? Whenever these creatures die. So this is going to die anyways, so I can go ahead and block this guy. I'll block that with a cursor. And those won't die unless I tell them to. So I'll just take this damage, I suppose. So I'll block the blood gas too. I don't need to take too much damage. I don't want them to get a treasure. Ah, there's the banditry. Okay, I'm ready to kind of get this show on the road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Mystic here first. Getting a little lifers. I'm going to play this land. I'm going to make a treasure. I'm going to play the synthesizer now. And now I need to make a copy of an artifact, so I'm going to make a copy of the... Hopefully make a copy of the Aetherflux Reservoir. Okay. I got some blockers here. I mean, I can put some stuff under the bus. Got 2 Aetherflux Reservoirs. See, I count like about 16 damage in the board now for them, or so. Okay, everything is going in here. 2, 5, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't feel like I'm going to have too much trouble getting to 50 life right now. That's a thing. So I'll probably just do some like very mediocre blocks here, just to like kind of. I mean, the Jadar can go. Just put like the Provisioner in front of that guy, and I think that could be enough. We're chilling. I don't know, like, are they... I think, like, sometimes the rope comes out because they're like, what exactly is happening to me right now? I mean, they have a very cool deck. I mean, you know, but I'm just gonna, like, basically just hopefully play most of the things from the top of my deck right now. Like, you know, I'm just gonna gain, like, an abundance of life. Like, I could just play this first one from the top. If I hit another one, I can just keep, you know, playing it though, you know. Oh, Dayspark, huh? Wow, they really held on to that for quite some time. It's a hell of a card to have. Let's see. What do I want to do, though? I definitely want to get to that Ragavan, so I could do that. Let's see how much mana I have. If I, for instance, if I put the sword on this guy, could I get a Roxy going here? I think I could get into it. Like if I 1, 2, 3, or am I one off? Can't really tell. I have 1 here, 2, 3, 4. It seems like I have enough. God, it's so close though. If I equip this, I might have enough for sure. I think I'm done. Well, I could cast this. So what do we hit? What does this do? Hit that Ocelot Pride for sure, right? Oh, 1 top. Oh, that's scary. Oh, very interesting game. They're going to be untapping a lot. They could mill themselves. I mean, that's another thing they have to watch out for. Is they have about 20 mills going in right now. They just buffing us up to all hell. No idea. So maybe they are kind of afraid of the mesmeric orb a little bit. I guess that's the only reason to do this. Well, I hope you're enjoying this very interesting gameplay. I was primarily going to show you some like what Stax meant. I mean, honestly, you got to see it. Like we got matched against like a God Pharaoh statue, and you can see how things get very expensive. And the Blood Moon, you know, I think I kind of showed off that to a degree. And of course, I loved showing off the Aetherflux Reservoir. Even like the Shifting Woodlands now is like a really good combo with that as well, right? So. Well, whatever they were scrying at the top, it's gone. Maybe that's what they thought. They were going to get a lot of veto action, but... Grave Pack. That's a hell of a card, the Grave Pack. Yeah, all those are very good cards. They have a very solid deck. Diabolic Content. Those are very strong. I think the only way we win this game is through like life gain, So I don't know, like that's kind of there's another way to play off the top is the Mystic Forge. It's not as good as like the Experimental Frenzy, I would say, because you can't play all spells, but it is a way to like kind of get into your artifacts and colorless spells. So that's, instead of that Goblin that we had earlier, that's probably much better, like the Mystic Forge for this deck. And that'll probably be the version I post on the internet. What? Opponent? Why? Why, opponent? No. Oh, we don't want to end it like that. We don't want to end it like that, opponent. No. No, 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 no. Let's cancel this one and let me just put in the Mystic Forge and... Little technical difficulty there. We're still good. Yeah, this guy, you don't know about him. Mystic Forge. There you go. You may look at the top library anytime. You may cast artifact spells and colorless spells from the top of your library. Pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library. It's basically like a worse Muria. Excuse me. Bradley Sippers. Quorum, the Undertaker. We are playing a wide variety of decks today, guys. Opponent goes first. I like the Elysian to get in some actual... I love the Elysian with the Experimental Frenzy, too. So let's go. Let's do it. Oh, I was like playing enchantment, opponent. Please. This guy's a scary dude, huh? We got a mystery card under the bull mat right now. So for it to play an additional land, we can just play the Balaget and then on the Experimental Frenzy turn, just get the Confluence down. So we might not even really see Myria too much. Let's take this out. I'm planning still to get the frenzy down. This is what this deck is pretty good at, is getting rid of cards and then getting value from the library. Harrow. I like that they come in untapped, so it's very good, right? And take out my Dryad. Yeah. Yes. Honestly, I could wheel with my bow mat right now. That's like 3 cards. It's pretty good. Oh, I have to discard my hand though. Oh, that was pretty stupid. It's okay, guys. Don't do what I do. I do want to get the Marion before I get the Blood Moon down, though. So they're basically just gonna... Well, they have some basics. They have lots of basics, actually. So, like, the Blood Moon doesn't really seem very good. It's been a kind of a sad game for me, guys. Kind of sad. Ah, Bomat. Man, I thought they just put cards in my hand. I have to discard my hand after that? Of course. Brutal. That was a big mistake. Because that Frenzy is very good. They're like a landfall type of theme going on. Wonder why they didn't play it. Let's take a peek. Stomp. Yeah, but man, the basic count is off the charts today. Look at all these basics, guys. My Blood Moon is like, says like, oh, like I'm gonna hurt you more than I hurt them. Well, that's Vexing Tower. That hurt them a lot, right? They're still swinging. This man has no stops. What does this do again? Sweet. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. It's kind of brutal. Ugh, that's a spooky guy there. Oh, that's a good one, though. I probably could have played the Blood Moon, too. banditry. No attacks. Oh, that statue is brutal, guys. 2 more. That thing really racked up in the Emery game too. It's like, oh, so brutal. This Doom Whisper is so freaky though. I'd probably just gang up on this Quorum. Or at least just like block it so I can get that Dragon Engine to get us some cards at least. Yeah, let's just do that. Take a little bit of life. Alright, Spooky 6/6 online. They can't cast this Tortoise, it looks like. Oh, now they can. I think, yes? The Tortoise is so good. Ah, Lizard Blades, huh? Well, at least get that down. I won't make the same mistake twice. They're coming down on a low life total. It's kind of interesting. We definitely need like a sword here. I think probably just the sword, this one. I can't really take any more damage from this 6/5 though. Oh god. Well, they have a lethal attack if they go for it. Just that guy? That's very surprising. Well, they definitely let the window open for me. I don't know why they didn't swing. Well, I guess they would be lethal. Let's try to get the sword equipped. I will give up this. I could actually equip it twice with the Mycosynth. I mean, they'll have to block with the Doom Whisper, right? Which is very good for me. Oh, great. That might be all she wrote on that one. Well, if they let the Doom Whisperer go through, I still have the Ornithopter, right? I don't think it's enough, though. I will have to sacrifice a creature here. Just the Tortoise. The Whisperer, too. So I just have to block one of these, right? That's a 13/15. I could return the Lizard Blades. I could equip Ornithopter twice. And I think I could win. So what I do is I go like this. I get Lizard Blades back. Get rid of the statue. And this is the line for victory. I sacrifice this. I think I have everything. I think so. It's very close. I need like... I think I need I might be one off, but it's so close. So let's get this equipped first. Yeah, it looks like I'm like one off. Whoa, they just left? Did I have it? I don't think they counted. So I needed 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opponent. Not like this. Not like this. It's too much fun. Too crazy. Too crazy. So what did we learn? We learned that the Beaumont Courier is good. It is good, but it will discard your hand when you wheel with it. It will not add to cards in your hand. So that's a lesson learned there. Other than that, everything was great. I love this deck. I think it's a new way for me to play Myria. I mean, I mostly have like this Mystic Forge thing. I mean, do I want to play Stax in a casual environment? Probably not. I mean, I could move like a shell like this into a more competitive kind of shell. Probably no problem. You know, you get cards like Goblin Welder. You get like the Ready, the Scrap Savant. You get Scrap Mastery. You get a lot of those cards that kind of let you access your graveyard and resurrect artifacts freely. And then, of course, you get all the nasty stack pieces like Static Orb and Winter Orb. Trinisphere is very good, of course. You get all the fast mana. So basically, you just cut down your lands, like this land count in half, mostly. So instead of running like... Let me see, like, how many lands does this have? Instead of running like 37, you run like 25. So you basically cut like 6 lands from each of these piles here, and then you just add your fast mana. your Moxes, your Mox Opals, and all that other stuff that makes you like extremely accelerated. And then you add your Underworld Breach combo with like Lion's Eye Diamond, and then you pretty much have a pretty nasty deck. So that's about it, guys. So I hope you have a day, and we'll see y'all later. Bye bye.